What is going on, everybody? Today, we're going to be going over how you can use Salamence within the Tera Raids. And he's very good online and offline. So let's get into it. So Salamence is going to be a dragon flying type. So he's going to be immune to ground moves, and it's very good. Now, the Tera type I'm going to be running is a dragon to give you more power on the dragon side. And you can run multiple things. So you could be running Life Orb, leftovers, a healing item, a berry. You can run multiple things. I ran mine with Life Orb, so I can go ahead and get more damage output. So let's jump into the moves so we can see what we're dealing with. So for our moves, we're going to be running Earthquake, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, and Roost. So the way I came up with this is Earthquake's a very solid base 100 physical attack move because you are going to be using your physical attack stat. Now, Earthquake's a very good coverage move for pretty much anything. So you have a very solid coverage move. So you don't have to worry about much. Now you have Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance is going to be the move that helps you power up, raises your attack and speed stat. He doesn't really get anything else. So using Dragon Dance to boost your attack stat is going to be very crucial here. So you can get more damage output in less stuff. And you can actually move first if you are using this to raise your speed stat as well. So Dragon Claw is going to be our main attacking move. If you aren't using Earthquake, Dragon Claw can be easily swapped. I have ran it with Dragon Rush, Outrage. Just remember, Outrage locks you into 3 turns and then confuses you, but very high output, very high. So any of those moves are interchangeable. I guarantee if you ran any of those, you'd be perfectly fine. Now our last move is going to be Roost. Roost is very important on him because you can actually Dragon Dance, get yourself an attack and speed boost. Sadly, it doesn't raise your defense boost like Bulk Up does, but you can go ahead and Roost. I would PP max this so you can actually get more moves out of it because you can just heal yourself. Just keep in mind that if you do Dragon Dance and you do get a little bit of damage taken to you, you can Roost, but you have to Roost in the turn that you would go in the Tera Raid. Heal Cheering actually takes priority, so it goes first no matter what. But it won't always heal you as much as Roost. So that's something to keep in mind. But with your Dragon Dance, if you do get 1 or 2 of them off, you can guarantee you go first. So then you can just Roost faster than anybody else and go ahead and get the max HP back that you possibly could for that turn, even if you are needing to heal cheer. So it is something to keep in mind. Now let's jump into our spread to show you kind of how we became bulky and are able to do damage. So our spread is very interesting here. As you can see, it's just a kind of pretty much in 3 directions. Well, that's because we're going 252 HP to be as bulky as possible. And then our other 2 are going to be in our defenses. It's going to be an equal 128 in both. Very important there because that lets you get the maximum bulk out as possible. And then we are running an adamant mint. So it does raise our physical attack stat. So with max HP, 128 in both defenses, you become as bulky as possible to give you a good solid across the board. And then Adamant Mint is going to help you boost your attack stat. You could do some investment in your attack, but he is kind of a frail mon. His defenses are not that good. And his attack stat is already a 135 base. So bringing that up, it's very solid, especially with Dragon Dance, Life Orb, stuff like that. And then his ability Intimidate is a very, very good ability within Tera Raids. Because if you are going against a physical attacker, it's going to bring their attack stat down by 1. So they do less damage. So essentially your bulk plus the -1 on their end because of your ability definitely lets you take a lot of hits, especially if they're a physical attacker. Now, if you are online and they are lowering the stats as well, you're just going to live forever and it's going to be perfectly fine. Now getting into the Tera Raid, you can see we are going to be going in. And this is going to be one of those instances where we want to use our Earthquake here to do damage and not our Dragon, because we're going to be able to get in here, do some Dragon Dances, get our attack up or speed up, and then just fire off Earthquakes so we can do as much damage as possible. And this is showing that you can actually not go in with your main attacking move and do the damage. Kind of have a good coverage here to show you that you don't have to always have the type matchups or anything like that. You just have to have the move coverage to take care of those other options. So we are able to get in. and get it taken care of. Now this is my Salamence Tera Raid build. It is different than Roaring Moon, which is also up on the channel, but Salamence is, again, with his ability, his Intimidate, makes him very versatile because you can go in to get the physical attackers, lower their physical attack stat, so they will all go ahead and do less damage. So if you do take this online or anything like that, you can just go ahead and guarantee the stat drop on the raid mon. So in the comment section down below, let me know which one you prefer more, Salamence or Roaring Moon. I would personally have to go with Roaring Moon just because of the design, but the ability definitely has to go to Salamence because Intimidate is a very good ability. But if you did like this one, go ahead, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next Tera Raid build.